This video is sponsored by Epidemic Sound. Ahoy, this is Zdenka. Welcome to Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. I'm standing in the middle of a location which is beautiful and ugly at the same time. This place used to be full of little boats and little restaurant here. It was a very nice hotspot. Now it has changed into industrial area. And the task today will be to bring the beautiful side of it, to capture it in the most interesting way. This video will be beginner versus advanced, not versus pro, because pro would be most likely filming in manual mode with a variable ND filter. I'm gonna be filming in automatic mode. I'm gonna be showing what beginner would most likely do and give you a whole bunch of tips to step up the game so you can do more of an advanced filmmaking. To do all this, you can use any smartphone, any gimbal and any monopod, but for those interested, I'm using iPhone 13 Pro, gimbal Zhiyun Smooth 5, and a monopod. I'm gonna be filming in ZY app in 60 frames per second. Some of the shots I'm gonna be slowing down, most of it though I'm gonna leave in a real speed. The timeline will be published in 24 frames per second. Most of the beginners would just turn on the gimbal, film in eye level, and right now I'm filming with ultra wide angle lens because if it's big location, I want to show the big location. I have a sun behind my back and I'm actually seeing myself in the shot, the shadow over there, which is quite a big of a no. There's a whole bunch of bush kind of blocking the shot, but I don't mind. I'm just showing one big place. Well, let's break it apart and tackle the plan a little bit differently. I'm going to look at this place and take it apart a little bit. So right now I'm seeing a beautiful shot this way because the sun is in my back. This is gonna be the nicest shot for the smartphone to show the overall location. When I'm gonna be filming detail shots, I'm gonna be facing the sun. So I get a little bit of a sun streak. That always looks way better. It doesn't look so flat when you're filming with a smartphone. And if I'm looking at this location, I see that shot from here looks very good. I also see that over there is a bridge where I can also film. There is an island in the middle, which offers an access as well. And there are few more places over there which can capture this location as well. So that's the plan. Shooting in this location, going to the bridge, going to the middle, going to the right. Few different angles, few different shots. I'm also seeing that the majority of the colors I'm getting is kind of like a blue and the steel over there. And I'm also seeing a lot of brown, the fall colors, the kind of a dead plants. Those will be my main colors when it comes to transitions. Maybe masking transition, maybe pulling to the color, I don't know yet, but those two colors are dominant enough. There's a lot of shapes here which will allow me to choose or be creative with transitions. To make the shot better, I'm not filming with ultra wide angle lens. I switched this to standard lens because we want to see a little bit more of a closer view. The ultra wide angle lens was simply way too much and it was not showing off the location properly. I'm also having here a whole bunch of, I don't want to say greenery, brownery. So I'm gonna be hiding behind that, revealing this main shot. I'm making sure I'm locking the focus. The gimbal's mode is pan follow and I'm gonna reveal this location from the plans out. As I'm walking with the sun in my back and progressing throughout this whole location, I'm seeing another view which would be quite nice, and every beginner would most likely just film this panning to the right or even going forward, missing that there is just spectacular reflection in the water. So this location is specifically calling for ultra wide angle lens shot and very low angle. So I'm gonna move this camera to a flashlight position because this gimbal really allows me to do so, and I'm gonna just pan very slowly sideways, very close to the water. I like these locations where everything meets at one spot for a big reveal, kind of like a drone shot reveal. And my son right now is in the back to make sure that I am not seeing myself in a shadow. So I'm using ultra wide angle lens. I have two options. I can first look to the ground with the camera, and as I'm lifting I can reveal the location. So I would be using just all follow mode because I want the gimbal to do the soft ending. But if I want just go low to the high, then I would do all lock mode, already focus on already framed the shot, and then I would go down with the gimbal. I'm still in the main location over here. Before I change the view completely, I'm considering being myself here, number 1, there in the middle, number 2, and on the bridge, number 3. So I'm still in the location number 1. Now, many beginners, I'm gonna shoot what they would most likely do right now is just going sideways in the eye level. Well, there are 3 things I was doing wrong. First of all, I was walking too heavy. I need to go into the knees in very, very soft ninja walk, because this gimbal will help you to stabilize the footage only to the certain point. The rest you have to do yourself. You need to really go down low, and you need to stabilize it even further. You need to do the work. Second of all, I would probably use ultra wide angle lens, because I want to see a little bit of a foreground, maybe what's here below me, just to give it a little bit more of a dimension. And third of all, whenever I'm doing shot, I just don't end up at the same position. I'm always thinking, where can I place a transition? So if I'm seeing a railing like right here, or some sort of a barrier, or even tree trunk, I'll make sure I finish the shot hiding behind it, so I have more flexibility in a post to cut it in the other location from revealing somewhere. So here I'm gonna go sideways and then dip to the ground to hide the camera. Have you noticed the music and sounds in this video? When you pair a video with perfect music and sound, everything will stand out even more. One special thing about music service Epidemic Sound, which I use for all my videos, is that you can not only download the final song, but you can actually also download stems and layer them up. Do you need only the beats? Do you need only the melody? Don't want the vocals in the song? Epidemic Sound gives you access to a massive library. They own 100% of the music, so you don't have to worry that you receive a copyright strike or takedown. And yes, you can use it on monetized channels as well. You can use it on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and more. The whole list is on their website. You can choose between personal and commercial plans. I've been with Epidemic Sound for a number of years, and they always bring fresh music. If you sign up to Epidemic Sound by using my link below in the video description, you will receive a free 1-month trial. Any music you will use during the trial will remain safe and protected, even if you cancel your subscription after your trial month is over. Thank you very much, Epidemic Sound, for making this video possible. When it comes to shots in the movement, it is best not to shoot just one clip, which is moving sideways or moving forward. So as I did one shot moving sideways, I'm gonna continue with the movement and going forward, just to show the location from a little bit different angle. I found quite nice composition where there is a lot of detail ahead of me. So I'm gonna make sure that the detail is on the first third on the grid, which is rule of thirds grid. And then I'm just gonna keep moving forward. Obviously, you have to be very careful so you don't fall because there's a lot of rocks right here. A lot of beginners would probably just do few panning shots of one location and they would move on. It is the best to aim for 5 shots per certain angle, certain location. Like again, I'm considering this location number 1. I have already 5 shots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I want to secure it by one close-up shot of the plant. For the close-up shot, I'm using just a standard lens because I'm finding that the telephoto is simply way too close and I don't like that. So I'm shooting against the sun. There is a little bit of a frozen water already, a little bit ice, which is giving me beautiful reflection, and I'm getting a backlight for the detail shot. All I'm doing is just going up and down, up and down. I made sure that I locked the brightness and focus on the plant in the front. Everything else is blurry. That's why we're getting the beautiful bouquet in the background. Bridge location is next, and here again I would like to do 5 different shots. Let me do just first regular walking through shot, most likely beginners would do, and that just eye level with ultra wide angle lens shot through the bridge. That shot didn't look bad at all, but we can definitely make it better. I added monopod to this gimbal. I'm gonna start shooting way lower to the ground. And as I'm walking, almost at the end, I'm gonna lift it very high in the air. So this is gonna be a combination shot. Very simple though, very minimal combination shot. I'm using all locked mode. The camera already is framing the shot for me, so I don't have to do much. So I'm gonna go very low to the ground. Whenever I'm filming at this kind of a spot where I see a lot of different shapes around me, like this bridge, and has many windows openings, then I take advantage of that, mainly when I'm backing up and revealing something interesting. It will be definitely eye-catching. The closer I'm gonna get to that structure, the better it is. For this one, I'm using ultra-wide angle lens. I'm making sure the gimbal is in all lock mode. I'm gonna extend the monopod way further out of the bridge, making sure I'm already framing the object, which will be the ship over there. And I'm gonna be backing up, revealing this bridge. Let's do this. I'll try 2 different ways. Once I'm gonna show bigger window when you're not gonna see such a dramatic change, but then I'm gonna go to tighter space where you will see a lot more shape. Okay, one more time. Shot number 3 on the bridge will happen right here. In the previous location, I was actually hiding behind the railing. So this is a perfect spot to reveal another location. I'm gonna start from hiding behind this railing, the same color, and I'm gonna go down, revealing the river. The mode I'm using is all locked mode. I'm already framing the shot now, and I simply just test it by seeing how it's gonna look like. So again, I'm starting here. To finish the sequence with the bridge, I'm just going to do backup shot hiding behind the rocks, I think, but I'm gonna shoot forward as well. Again, I'm gonna use all locked mode because I'm gonna frame the shot already. I'm using standard lens. Last shot for today is from the other side of this location, and I think that most of the beginners would just select regular lens and they would do again just a panning shot showing off the location. But I had a lot of already shots with a standard lens and ultra wide angle lens. What I didn't mention yet today is to taking advantage of the foreground, which would be this. So I'm shooting with telephoto lens and just gonna go through some foreground to get more interesting look. All the shots are finished. It's time to edit it, add some music and sound effects, color grading, and play the final result. But now I'm gonna mention one more mistake which beginners can do, and that will be using too much of a strong sound effects, overpowering the music. Make sure it is in balance when you listen to it. Make sure it's all making sense. It's not very strong. So let's play the final cinematic B-roll. Give it a thumbs up if you like today's video and subscribe to more. If you have any questions, comments, simply want to say hi, you know what to do, leave it below and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ahoj!